All right, welcome to the fourth and final review of the evening. Up this time is Darts Up. Right, so darts or dart throwing is a competitive sport in which two or more players barehandedly throw small, sharp pointed projectiles known as darts at a round target called a dartboard. And this is a digital recreation of said sport.
I was about to say,
Like,
please tell me they did not put a description of darts in the Steam page.
no, that is from the Wikipedia. That's the beginning of the Wikipedia article on darts.
Fair enough.
No, for the Steam page, Darts Up is a fun game of darts in which you will have complete control over your aiming thanks to the motion sensor. And,
Huh?
well, that kind of gives away a few things there, but let me continue. You can play with your friends and family up to a maximum of 4 players. Right, so this is another game from Enjoy Up Games, or I guess now Superpower Up Games. We've covered a couple of their works this past season. Abyss, 99 seconds, or moves, or bullets, or whatever one that was. And they took up the game of darts about 10 years ago. Which does make this game younger than the other games we've looked at. Because while those titles were originally DSi Warfare, Darts Up hails from the Wii U and the 3DS. I'm not exactly sure which came first. Not sure what if it matters all that much, but that's the clue about the motion sensor. You were able to use the gamepad / 3DS as, your dart thrower. And I think you can, and I think the same holds true with the Switch version of the game. The same text also appears on the PlayStation version of this game. But the only way you'd be able to do that is if the 6-axis were still a thing.
It is.
Oh, wait, yeah. No, it is. I'm thinking no, wait, right. It does have gyro aiming for things. I'm thinking of Xbox here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really, it might be the Steam version that's the most out of that functionality. I'm not sure if the Steam Deck has, motion sensors. And even if, I don't see a Steam Deck verified check on the Steam page here. So, Petty was asking a couple of questions about the interface, like why you were able to drag your fake Mii's, into a square. That's because you did that with a stylus back in the day. This is one of those games that was quite themed around the gimmicks, which kind of makes sense why it exists in the first place. Because really not getting around what this is. It's a digital recreation of darts. And not a particularly good one. Petty was noting
Adam,
that,
there's so much depth to the concept of darts.
I mean, there can be. The actual rules of darts are a bit more tricky than people think. Especially when you get to the last 20.
When you're dealing with scoring and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. And this game does have a bit of that. It has 3 modes. It's got the classic mode. It's got the combo mode, which I got to admit I did not figure out how it worked. And I wasn't particularly interested. Best mode I found, at least for single player, is the XO1. because that actually gives you a solid goal. And that is to get a certain amount of score within a round. And each time you complete the score, it goes up by about a factor of 25. As in, it start off 25, then go to 50, 75, what have you. And you keep doing that until you fail. Also, this game has online ranking. So if it does not have online play, or at least proper online play. It's got remote play for together. If you
Remote
want
play
to,
forever.
I'm like,
Anyway,
yeah. Anyway, which I guess makes sense because once again, it's darts. Like, it's a game you would tend to play locally in real life.
so when somebody cheats, you can use one of the spare darts to remove their eye.
Like,
That's how you play
anyway,
darts, right?
Yeah. I'm like, that's a good, should you want to spend the next 10 years in prison?
Depends how bad they cheated.
Yeah. Anyway,
Could be worse. It could be lawn darts.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, darts is a adult game in the sense that it's played in bars, technically pubs, but really the same kind of thing.
As opposed to lawn darts, which is not so much a game as an excuse to throw throw sharp objects.
Also marketed towards kids. And people were surprised that fatalities happened with those things. Like, anyway, so I'm guessing that this is based off of the Wii U version because it seems to have the same kind of bug that the Wii U version had. Like, as I understand it, like the Wii U version had a thing where if you put it in the, like, I think it was something to do with the gamepad, you were able to cheese it pretty easily. It's something mentioned in this review from the time. And it looks like that might have carried over, which is not that big of a surprise considering the quality of ports we've been dealing with here. Here's the thing. This is also the best port from Super Powered Up that we've encountered so far, because it has actual screen sizing options.
Yep.
Which nice.
Right, like
nice in a kind of bare minimum way, but nice.
Well, yeah. Abyss and 99 What Who's It's didn't have that option. As Petty can attest to. So, it's more effort than previous efforts. So, they get a Cosmic Sans, you tried star. That's about the level of you tried you got. And yeah, I think that's about it. Petty, do you have anything to add to the conversation?
Not really.
Yeah. I knew this was going to be a short one because, once again, it's digital darts. It plays all right at best, but really just kind of a lazy port. But it could have been done lazier, which is the horrifying thing. Anyway, in terms of price, I guess the other thing that it's got going for it is it's going to set you back a lot less than like an actual dart kit, which granted they're not terribly expensive. Like I think an actual game of darts is $20, maybe 40. Like,
admittedly, you do need a good place to play darts.
Yeah.
right. Like, well, darts up here is just going to set you back $3, and I checked. That's the price across the board. Like probably worth getting this on the Switch. Something that has the actual motion controls, because that's really what this seems to be built around for.
Yeah, well, playing it with a mouse is too easy.
Uh-huh. Like, so, yeah, it's a perfectly cromulent game of darts, I guess. Once again, it's the most it's okay game I've had to review since the last one I did just about, an hour ago?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well. So it goes sometimes. Anyway, so that'll about do it for not just this review, but this review session. So coming up on the week ahead. Right, so we do have a new episode of MSP planned for Wednesday, and the good news is Mac will be back. So, he will be, everything's back to normal, basically. And all that entails. Anyway, for Fragments on Wednesday, June 26th, we'll be welcoming Chelsea Blasco, Adam Hart, and Mike O'Connor from Iron Galaxy Studios. So this is a big one. I'm like, if you don't know who Iron Galaxy is, so where to start with them? Right, they're probably one of the more infamous porting houses, or co-development, as they like to be credited as. They've been credited on things like the PC version of Batman Arkham Knight.
I see.
Well, it's like they got the lion's share of the blame for when that thing went pear-shaped. Not the only time this has happened. I think that went down with the Uncharted legacy. Happened on The Last of Us, even though the fault was with Naughty Dog on that one. Because it turns out Naughty Dog had never done a PC port before then and didn't really know how to port to the PC. Point is, they're a magnet for controversy with their ports. But they've also done a lot of ports that have not attracted a lot of negativity. Like, they did the PC versions of the Crash Bandicoot N. Sane trilogy and the Spyro Reignited trilogy, for example. They've done a lot of this. They've also done the occasional original game. And the one that they're itching to talk with us about is Dive Kick Again. Like, I actually remember this game coming up.
Oh my.
Yeah, they're the creators of Dive Kick.
I do have Dive Kick.
That's handy. Let me see here. Like, they have a few other original games, as they call them. But, like, Dive Kick's the one they're really proud of. I remember, like, this is actually not the first time we've had Iron Galaxy on the program. It's just that was way back in the not just Talk Shoe era, but the original Crew era. Like, I remember showing that game off with Kira back in the day. That's how long ago that was.
Damn.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we're pretty much starting out fresh here.
Yeah.
They're also the developer of Rumbleverse, Killer Instinct. It's weird that they're being they're in the original category here, even though Rumbleverse is a game that they did for Epic, I believe, and Killer Instinct was Microsoft. Their other game was Extinction, which I remember not being too good. Like, also, they are a big time support studio, which is different than co-development. When they say co-development, that means they ported something somewhere. You know, they brought X to the PlayStation 5 or Nintendo Switch, yada, yada, yada. Support means, you know, they did like the UI for Overwatch or something here. You know, they did the multiplayer backend for maybe Diablo 4. I'm not saying that's what they actually did. These are examples which they could have done. And for the record, they were a support studio on Overwatch and Diablo 3. Also, Fallout 76. So, yeah, there's a lot to talk about, which is probably why they're sending 3 people to talk to us. Like, in terms of a Friday show, no Friday show this week. So you all can sleep in or get ready for work unperturbed. So with that in mind, until next time, I shall wish you good gaming.